Our next guest is a BAFTA-nominated actor who hates Suzie, loves Alan Partridge and is pals with Peppa Pig. What a trio. She returns to the screens in the totally epic Kaos, streaming on Netflix from Thursday the 29th of August. Please welcome the totally rad Leila Farzad. I know I slightly, tweaked the pronunciation just for a rhyming situation.
You nailed it.
Welcome.
Thank you, Angela.
Leila, for those listening at home, arrived in the... you smell so delicious.
Well, isn't that nice to leave a lasting positive smell?
I mean, yeah.
Imagine if it was the other way around. Leila stinks.
Yeah, she absolutely stinks. I need her to leave so I can tell you all how offensive it was.
I found my scent. I found my smell, Angela.
Oh, you got to cling on to that for dear life and stock it up in case it's discontinued.
Yes, I should.
You got to do it. It's National Relaxation Day. It's also National Lemon Meringue Pie Day, but we're not going to labour on that for too long.
Yeah, not my fave.
Oh, I love a lemon.
Do you
meringue.
love it?
I mean, obsessed with it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's linked to memory. My mum used to make lemon meringue pie, and that and apple tart. Like, she wasn't full scale baker, but she made a mean meringue, and I loved it.
It's a very elegant dessert. I just don't find it very Moorish. I have a bite, and I'm like, meh.
Done. Ideal, no?
Yeah.
What are you good at relaxation?
Not naturally. No. I like to put on to relax.
Relax.
To relax. I like to put on like an 80s or 90s movie that has either Tom Selleck or Robin Williams in it. You know, like Three Men and a Baby, Three Men and a Little Lady, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay.
Then I can relax and have some kind of basic carb-based snack.
Lush, what's not to love? Is that nostalgia then that kind of just like calms your nervous system?
Because I know it so. I know Three Men and a Little Lady so well. I'm not really listening. I'm just letting it wash over me. It's my own version of meditation.
I know a shortcut.
Oh my God! Yes.
We used to watch it on a loop.
Fiona Shaw is
obsessed with her.
Isn't she just in that film? I mean, in everything she does, but when she has roe on her nose.
Oh, honestly, she's magic. That whole film isn't
it?
Oh,
I recommend to everyone, if you're looking to relax, go watch Three Men and a Little Lady.
Yeah, definitely. Baby, also lovely. So let's talk about Kaos, which is slight gear change from Three Men and a Little Lady.
It's a huge, epic, gorgeous, crazy show.
Yeah.
Like nothing you've ever seen.
Which there's a lot of
which I know
noise and a lot of excitement and a lot of anticipation. Does that heighten your stress levels, or are you
do you mean anticipation? Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I mean there's a lot of appetite for this. You know, there's chat and people are like, oh, it's dropping soon. Like, there's excitement building.
I see.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of work and love that went into it, and I think everyone's excited to release it and let people see this kind of mad retelling of the Greek myths set in a world that you will recognise with a message.
So it's not a period drama.
It's not a period
drama.
Now,
but with all of those
characters. Not for the purists, perhaps, who love the Greek myths, but really human themes that we will all recognise, and about how, can we change our fate? Do the 1% control us? Shall we revolt against that? It's all in there.
So what, are we revolting?
Oh, I think we should revolt.
I think we should revolt. Maybe gentle revolution.
Gentle revolution. Revolution's always good. Question what you've been fed.
Okay.
Question, the big people, the 1%, the people that control everything that you think is real.
It's odd, isn't it? Because sometimes those things that are based on everything's cyclical, isn't it? But it feels very timely.
It is timely. It's like eternally human themes, like greed, avarice, fate. It's all in there. Yeah. Climate change is even in there. Okay. I mean, Charlie Cavell's brain is extraordinary.
And were you familiar with the mythology? Like, is that something that you would have read a lot of or been aware of much of?
Ish. I think I had a kiddie knowledge.
Okay.
I didn't go deep on it. I didn't study classics or anything like that.
And you didn't have to for this?
I didn't. I actually chose not to, because I wanted to just humanise my character, Ari, who is just a woman with a toxic past struggling to do her day-to-day.
She's a complicated woman.
Yes.
Aren't we all, though, right?
We all are beautiful, complicated women.
Yes. I think there's a theme and a through line. I mean, I mentioned just some of the things that you've been involved in. I mean, Peppa Pig aside, but you know, that kind of appetite from you to portray characters that are meaty and juicy and messy
Yes.
and, you know, complicated and ugly at times.
Yeah, of
like
course.
we all are.
Real.
Yeah.
Like real layered people that aren't just cute and twee and wrapped up with a little bow. Of course, because we're all carrying the backpack of our past along with us, and if you get to play characters that let that infuse through into them and, you know, have all those layers, it's such a treat.
Has that become easier? I mean, imagine I Hate Suzie. You played the best pal, Naomi Jones, in that. I mean, I remember watching it, and again, it dropped, didn't it? Kind of COVID times. And it was just... it was quite a difficult watch.
Yeah, it should have induced a lot of panic and
It
pain in you
did,
and brought up all sorts of stuff that you buried.
I felt quite comforted that I wasn't alone in that, because I was like, oh my God, is this just me?
No, but I think that was Billie and Lucy's hope, that people would have a resounding, oh my God, I can see myself, I feel this, I feel understood, I feel seen. It's all about being seen, isn't it? Always when you watch something, it's going, oh my God, I recognise myself.
Yeah.
Represented.
And feel like, oh, okay, I'm not a weirdo.
I'm not a weirdo. Other people feel this. And these characters are so flawed, and yet I love them because you can be flawed and lovable.
At the same time, well, that's the thing. It's kind of removing that black or white, isn't it?
Yeah,
'Cause
binary is so boring. Especially with old portrayals of women being sort of the kind of Madonna whore thing that used to happen.
Yeah.
And now, you know, there's a whole mishmash of what women and men are.
Yeah.
It's not one thing.
Well,
no
that
one
feels
is one thing.
freeing and, more realistic, obviously.
Yeah, and great for our
levels.
kids to see all different versions of women up there on the screen.
Yeah.
Not just like the Wicked Witch or the perfect princess.
Yeah. I know. Would you ever play a princess?
I'd play
Because
that.
you have princess hair.
Oh, stop it. It's big Iranian hair.
Oh, it's delicious.
Oh, you're very nice.
So
Thank
jealous.
you.
She's in a little pea-shaped bun.
No, I love a slicked bun. I can't do that with
I know,
my
but
face
look
shape.
at the level of bunnage at
I
the
like the
back.
bunnage. I love the colour. I think that the character in Kaos is kind of close to a princess when you first meet her. So I'd play a princess who, you know, you get to see into her soul. I definitely play that kind of princess.
Yeah.
A modern day princess.
But there's depth, isn't it? There's always a, oh no, what you see is not what you get.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
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 And actually, the more princessy and twee and perfect someone looks, probably the darker the stuff is underneath.
It's always the quiet ones, isn't it?
There's always the quite cute ones.
Yeah. How was it? So Jeff Goldblum is in here as Zeus.
Yes.
He's so iconic.
He is.
And wonderful as a personality. I think people are quite obsessed with him off screen for all of the reasons. How was it to work with him?
Sadly, we don't have any scenes together, but being in his presence just on set, he is exactly who you would imagine he is. He's this ethereal, brilliant, I'd say like a creature. He doesn't really resemble anyone I've ever met before. And he's musical, and he's just this kind of zeitgeist person.
Breaks into jazz.
Yeah.
Midway
and actually
through lunch.
used to play the piano in the hotel that he was staying in, just randomly in the lobby. So people would be having their breakfast and go, is that Jeff Goldblum playing the piano? And he'd just sit there enjoying the grand piano.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that he leans into
Oh,
that.
yeah. He's never tried to be anything or fit into any mould. He's himself.
I remember hearing stories about Bill Murray, and he would tap people on the shoulder on the escalator and say, "No one will ever believe you."
Oh my God, I love that.
It's kind of a bit sinister, but also absolutely on brand.
Yes, that is. They're both
Good, isn't
kind
it?
of elusive, and you can't you can't pin them down. They don't fit into anything.
They don't, which is what we
Yeah,
love.
Bill Murray, how magical.
Magic man.
Series 2.
Yeah. Billie Piper is in episode 1. So
She is.
you pop up in 3, and that's the beginning of your journey. But Billie Piper, did you guys...
We didn't.
No,
She got out of a car. I got into a car.
Okay.
We had a little hug in the street.
in the streets of Madrid, and then she drove off, and I carried on. But yes, she's incredible as Cassandra.
Yeah.
An amazing cameo from her, as usual.
Always.
She can't be bad.
She can't be bad.
She can't be bad.
Honestly.
It's innate. And having watched her, it's really something.
Yeah,
watching her act.
Did the BAFTA nomination change things? Because, you know, I remember you saying that at drama school you were told 35 is your cut-off point. You know, you're BAFTA nominated at 37. Was there a moment where you're like, that? But also, you know, could you feel a shift in how you perceived yourself and how things opened up, or had that already started by the time it was acknowledged, so to speak?
I don't think it was the BAFTA nomination. I think it was getting the part of Naomi and somebody believing in me to give me a part that meaty and sought after. I think after that, I was like, oh, wow, someone believed in me enough to take a risk. It's a huge risk to give a kind of unknown actress that part. And then the BAFTA was obviously a lovely, delicious thing to be able to tell my mum, who's, you know, worried about me all these years. But I'm not sure. I'm sure it does sort of help professionally, but I didn't feel changed by it.
Okay,
no.
There wasn't a moment where you're like, I'm going to get that tattooed on my arse.
No, definitely not. I think it is. And also remember, it was all in lockdown and it was all remote and it didn't even feel that real.
Yeah.
But I still, when people say it, I still kind of can't quite believe it because it was my first big gig. And one of the actors on the show said to me, like, you've peaked. You've peaked now. You might as well. You're going to give up because nothing's going to be as good as this.
Thanks, guys.
And I was like, which thanks to Kaos is not true.
Absolutely. You mentioned your mum and her kind of worry at your career choice, and she, you know, steered you gently, I would say, to Oxbridge. So she, you know, got you a grounding, something to fall back on.
Exactly. A second string to your bow, she would always say.
What does that even mean?
I don't really know.
It's fine.
I think there's a worry when you go into this profession. I would be worried with my own daughter going into this. Yeah. So it's very nice to be able to calm her now and say, look, it's all right for the moment. I mean, listen, you're gainfully employed today, but next year I may have nothing.
Well, see, is that attitude a result of having kind of, it took time?
Yes, but even you meet like seasoned actors who've been working for 20 years who are still like, oh, nothing's come through for a while. And you think, God, you're worried. And you're massive. So I think it's something that never truly, I mean, maybe if you're Julia Roberts, then it leaves you.
Yeah.
But I'd say as just a gainfully employed actor, I'm not sure it ever quite leaves you.
Well, you trained, and this may have been, you know, before things blew up, as an intimacy coordinator.
I didn't actually train. I applied to train. I know.
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed for you.
No, I applied. I wrote to a lovely woman saying, I think this is for me. I think I can't do this job anymore. It's too painful. I'm covered in too many bruises and cuts from all the rejection, and my skin is now too thin. And just when that happened, I got Suzie. So it's funny that, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
I know that's so like cheesy, but it did actually happen like that.
Oh my God. So what do you think that was? You going, you know what? Life is going to go on. I'm not clinging for that moment for someone to choose me. And then suddenly maybe the universe was like, oh.
Yeah, I think it happens with a lot of things, doesn't
shift.
it? Like people say it happens with dating. When you stop trying to look for someone, they just show up. Yeah, so I think I sat back and went, okay, I'm going to make my peace with this not happening for me. Yeah. It happens with babies, I've noticed. Friends of mine that just give up and then randomly go, my God, I'm pregnant. I can't believe it.
Or adopt a baby and then boom, after a decade.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there is something to be said for not, like, for relaxing and just breathing out and going, this is not for me. National Relaxation Day. No. Breathe out and stop.
Just breathe out.
Yeah, give yourself a break.
Watch Three Men and a Little Lady.
Yes. Or Mrs. Doubtfire.
Or have you seen the stage show?
No, is it?
It's very good.
It's very good because as a real devotee of the film, I'm a bit concerned. You don't
want to mess with it.
Yeah. Robin Williams is
It's not Robin
hero.
Williams, but it's a beautiful version.
Oh, good.
Of
okay,
it.
I'm gonna. Is it still on? No.
I went this time last year. I'm going to say it's kind of solid.
Okay, I'm going.
Okay, you're going. Let's go. Peppa Pig.
Yes.
I mean, that's obviously quite a throwback now, isn't it? Did your daughter watch Peppa Pig?
She did. She did, yeah. And when I did Peppa Pig, I didn't have a child or have any interest really in like children's cartoons. And I did a really depressing corporate job, which is what you do when you're when you're struggling. Yeah. I mean, they're not always depressing. This happened to be a depressing one.
Most of them are. No,
on a very cold bench somewhere in Ravenscourt Park, this old actor said, I'm doing this cartoon. He was Grandpa Pig. I'm doing this cartoon. Maybe you'd like to come and do some voices. And I was like, yeah, all right then, I'll do anything at this point. And then I went in and of course it turned out to be this global, but I didn't have an agent at the time, so I just got paid. Anyway,
a rate.
We won't even talk about it. It's not
so
what
you were
think
Mrs. Cat and Mrs. Pony, and you know what?
And Nurse Fox. Thank you.
Triple whammy. They got their money's worth out of you, didn't they? But look at you now, Bridget Jones. Okay, talking about sought after roles. I feel like, up there with Three Men, it's that kind of iconic. We have ownership over that film. It's set here. It's ours. How was that? I don't know how much you can tell.
I can tell you it was heaven, and it's such a brilliant, tight, tragicomic script. Like really utterly brilliant. Made us all cry and laugh in the read-through. I think even Hugh Grant said he cried. So
stop it, and he's a stone.
Well, I mean, TBC. I'd say it's everything you want it to be, and yes, it's just brilliant. It's going to make everybody hopefully help with relaxation and laughter, and also it's very relatable.
Always.
And there's a lot of pain in it, which I think is nice as well.
Pain is more relatable than I'd like it to be.
Pain and comedy together is the perfect, isn't it?
It
Alchemy.
is the cocktail for all of us. You're a joy. Thank you so much. Kaos is out on Netflix from Thursday, the 29th of August. Thank you, Leila Farzad.
Thank you, Angela.
Here's the Sugar Babes just for you, because I feel like this could be on the soundtrack of Bridget Jones' Diary.
I love the Sugar Babes.
You can hear it, can't you?
Love it.
Strolling through Hampstead Heath, annoying the neighbours.
Is it Push the Button? Oh, I love Push the Button.
It's that one.
It's amazing.
Virgin Radio.